Allen alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got the San Antonio Spurs facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. We've got Allen. Duncan is out there with Gervin. Then there's John Stockton. And it's Robinson in at the center. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. So here's Westbrook. Releases from 15. Robinson pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Three-pointer, Stockton. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough open. I think it was a bad choice on that.
Now here's Westbrook. KD has for two. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, Garnett is a willing passer, especially when one of his guys has a clean look.
Stockton passes to Robinson. Gervin with it, 13 feet away. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk with the Spurs head coach. He understands they're facing a team that can put up points in a hurry. He said they need to put forth a great effort defensively to prevent scoring runs. You can't afford to let those guys get hot and stay hot. We'll see who wins the battle of wills here tonight.
All right, David, sounds like they're very concerned about preventing an early run by their opponent.
No doubt. You don't want to play catch-up if you can avoid it. They're going to lean on their defense to try to keep this game in check.
Yeah, and you know, it's a tall task. Great offense tends, in most cases, to beat great defense. They've got their work cut out for them.
Duncan can't hit.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Leonard kicks to Westbrook. Latrey. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Three-pointer, Stockton. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
You've got to close out on Stockton now. He's a deadly three-point shooter and has textbook form.
Leonard the pass to Westbrook. Howard trying to free himself up. The shot's good from Westbrook.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Stockton, and it's San Antonio with another. Here's Westbrook. They're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. "14 feet away." That one a little long.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Outside for Stockton. Duncan left side. And it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now here's Allen. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, I like the interior game of Robinson. Really does a nice job with getting deep position and then going to work.
Durant against Gervin. KD passes to Howard. Robinson with the block. Now Stockton. 8 points for him. The feed to Duncan. Garnett with the block.
And not forget about the defense of Garnett now. Outstanding at knowing when to time his leap to block the shot. It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little is going his way.
Here's the teardrop. They get it again. Duncan. Good D by Howard.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Nobody near Leonard. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Anthony comes in for Kevin Garnett. Hardaway's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Rose in for Russell Westbrook. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Kevin McHale, he checked in for Robinson. Barry comes in for Gervin. Richmond, he's checked in for Ray Allen. And West subs in for John Stockton. And that one's good, Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's West. Passes to McHale. Shoots over Embiid. McHale misses.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Barry the pass to McHale. 5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And it's West missing. Hardaway finds Durant. And finished off by Katie.
Yeah, that's just the height, the length coming into play there. No one's stopping Durant.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Here's Rose. No points in the game yet for him. On the court for San Antonio here in the second. West is out there with Richmond, and it's Duncan. Then there's Barry, and it's McHale in at the 4 spot. Now here's Anthony. It's a 3-point game over McHale, and again it's Oklahoma City.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
It's stolen by Anthony. It's 2-on-1 for the finish. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Richmond the pass to McHale. Left side West. 17-foot shot on the way. The Thunder lead by 7. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Thunder.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
The free throw drops for Duncan.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
Now here's Rose. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Count the basket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's McHale. Here's Barry. San Antonio again missing. Young against Rose. And there's the pass to Carmelo. San Antonio with the rebound. Duncan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Young. Another shot. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from McHale.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Now here's Anthony. 6 points for him. That one falls.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
No good from Duncan.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Pass to Young. Down low. Here's Barry. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Barry's got his first bucket of the night.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Robinson's checked in for McCain. Gervin comes in for Barry. Ray Allen, he's checked in for Richmond. And it's Stockton in for Young. Here's Gervin. And it's sent back by Howard. And he's able to get it back.
Boy, the smoothness, the cool, the calm, the length, the Iceman. Unique as a scorer and one of the tougher covers ever in the NBA.
First trip to the line for him here. Free throw good, Gervin. And he can't hit the second. Here's Duncan, goes back up. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from David Robinson.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Westbrook passes to Anthony. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And Anthony gets double teamed. Bobbed up there for Westbrook. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows or they'll call it.
KD's checked in for Carmelo Anthony.
Kevin Garnett sacrificing his body on the defender there.
Spurs trail by 5. Pass to Duncan. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Garnett. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Feeds to Westbrook. Now the dish to Leonard. Kicks it to KD. Pocket 6. Lets it go from the wing. San Antonio with the rebound. Duncan's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Stockton passes to Robinson. Basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Now here's Durant. He has 6. Steps back and fires. David Robinson with the rebound. Spurs trail by 3. Over in the corner, Allen. Here's Duncan. Lays it up off the glass. Duncan's got 7 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
16 feet away, and that one's good. Westbrook, 8 points for him.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
Stockton dishes to Duncan. He's looking for Gervin and finds him. Shoots over KD, and Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
Here's San Antonio, trailing by 5. Stockton against Westbrook. Stockton outside. Misses from short range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thunder lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. Checking out Oklahoma City. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight. Not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, you want to try to hold your opponent under 50% shooting. That has not happened. Defensively, they're allowing way too many good looks. They need to do a better job of shutting down the lane, as well as closing out on shooters.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So for Oklahoma City right now, we've got Durant. Howard is out there with Garnett. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Now here's Allen. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Duncan. And it's sent back by Howard. Garnett with it. Robinson picks him up. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
How fierce is Garnett down low? I mean, when he's close to the basket, he is aiming to make a statement.
tries from 16. That's it, and the Oklahoma City leaders got down now to just 5 on the bucket from John Stockton.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Durant. Offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Garnett, a vocal leader, always trying to psych his guys up and get into the head of the opponent.
The Thunder shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Spurs trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside Westbrook. Bobbed up there for Howard. And slammed in by Howard.
Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Richmond is checked in for Ray Allen. Here's Stockton. He's got 10. Duncan outside. Over Garnett. San Antonio again missing.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Duncan outside. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. He had a nice open look right there.
You know, Tim Duncan does a nice job, especially when one of his guys is open. That floor awareness of his, dime drop.
For 3, Westbrook. And no good that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Knocked loose. Howard kicks to Leonard. Dishes it to Westbrook. Pass to Garnett. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Howard. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Howard's got the lead up to 10 now for Oklahoma City. Stockton passes to Duncan. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Duncan's got 9.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Howard timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Durant. Hardaway comes in for Leonard. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Russell Westbrook. The Spurs also changing it up. McHale's checked in for Robinson. Berry comes in for Duncan. Young is subbed in for Stockton. Kevin McHale pulls it in. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Richmond. Garnett with the block. And good that time. McHale's got his second bucket of the game to go. McHale's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Rose looking around. Teardrop shot, and the rebound goes to McHale. McHale's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Gervin kicks to Young. There's the pass to Richmond. Good on the triple. Richmond's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, Mitch Richmond, a great shooter from outside the arc. Really measures those shots well.
Hardaway passes to Rose. Here's Howard. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 6.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Barry. Pass to Richmond. 18 feet out. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Howard's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Hardaway. Rebounded by McHale. McHale's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Barry. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Bobbed up there for Howard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Then for the Spurs, Allen comes in for Gervin. And West subs in for Trae Young. Good on both. Here's West. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He feeds it to Richmond. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. The Thunder leading by 7. Here's Rose to the paint. Here's Anthony. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 10 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, just superb focus there for Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
It's Richmond on the wing. To the middle. Here's Barry. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kevin Garnett.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And he makes the first.
And I like the energy Barry plays with. You can tell he has a real love and passion for the game, always looking to give it his best.
Stockton's checked in for San Antonio. And so he makes both from the line.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Outside Anthony. Here's Embiid. They get the rebound. Shots good by Garnett. Garnett's got 6.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Outside Rose. The teardrop falls in. Rose has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And Stockton, almost impossible to guard in the pick and roll. When he gets a little daylight, he is always ready to pull the trigger.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Spurs trail by 7. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. They've got Stockton, Kevin McHale out there with Robinson. Then it's Richmond. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've led by as much as 10. Out to the right wing. Westbrook with a wide open look. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And it's 13 points for Russell Westbrook.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Anthony finds Leonard. And it's in there. Leonard's got the lead up to 11 now for Oklahoma City.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now here's Richmond. Goes up the baseline. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Westbrook passes to KD. Anthony against McHale. The turnaround Jay. Anthony can't hit. Spurs trail by 9. Stockton outside. Pass to Richmond for 3. No good on the shot. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. For 3, Durant. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Stockton. Richmond outside. Again, Richmond missing. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Outside, KD. Outside, Westbrook. And the dunk by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Now here's Stockton. Passes it to Robinson. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Anthony with it, and it's McHale picking him up. Anthony, the pass to KD. Richmond outside. Got that bucket in no time at all.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half. But he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that break, the coach of the Thunder had some harsh words for his team. He told them, this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. You may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Oklahoma City leading by 10. Leonard looking around. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Robinson pulls it in. They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. Here's Gervin. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Gervin's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Here's Garnett. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
You know, the mid-range day of Garnett is a thing of beauty. Textbook release from the big man.
Spurs trail by 12. To the inside. It's stolen by Garnett. Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard hit the slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Westbrook against Robinson. From around Jay. Rebounded by the Spurs. Duncan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Stockton. Allen trying to break free. Stockton, no good.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's good from long range. And the Thunder lead by 15.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate a dominant performance in what's going to be a blowout win.
Now here's Westbrook after the miss from Tim Duncan. Outside Westbrook. Here's the three. Gervin pulls it in. Here are the Spurs with the ball. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The pass to Stockton. Duncan outside. He kicks it to Robinson. And it's sent back by Howard. Westbrook scanning the floor. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.